cybersecurity expert Charles Tendell.
Systemic failures that brought their whole systems down.
Charles Tendell, he's a certified ethical hacker.
Your emails, it turns out, are not nearly as private as you think.
Show really how vulnerable we are.
Charles Tendell, who deals with hackers all the time, says,
if you have to ask yourself, is this right? It probably isn't.
Welcome. What's going on, guys? Charles Tendell here out at RSA 2018. I'm standing here with Ashley Stephenson of Corero. Ashley, thank you for giving me a minute of your time. Tell my audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure, I'm Ashley Stephenson, the CEO of Corero Network Security. We're here at RSA to showcase our real-time DDoS protection for everyone, for service providers, hosting providers, and digital enterprises.
So I've got this press release in front of me. It looks like you guys are doing something with enterprise-level distributed denial of service attacks.
That's right, yes. Every year we survey customers or potential customers to find out what's happening from their perspective in terms of DDoS threats. And this year they reported, a majority of them reported that they're more worried about the DDoS threat this year than they were last year. Nearly 3/4 of them said that they've been the victim of a ransom or extortion DDoS request during the past year. And their estimates of how much it's costing their corporation from the point of view of the impact of a DDoS attack was up to $50,000. So this continues to be a serious problem for anybody who's operating their business on the internet today.
Wow, now I thought in the industry it almost looked like we had DDoS kind of handled. What's keeping it so strong, and why are your customers so seriously worried about it still?
Well, it's always a battle between the good guys and the bad guys, and if the good guys win for a few months, the bad guys get smarter, come back with more attacks. So recently we've had some record-breaking attacks with the Memcached hitting over a terabit of bandwidth impact on more than one customer in this springtime. So it's definitely here, and it's definitely here to stay as far as our customers are concerned in terms of the survey results.
Now, what do you think is creating it? Why does it seem to be getting worse, or why doesn't it seem like we're making a big impact in the DDoS environment?
Well, one of the reasons DDoS attacks are growing in size is because our internet connectivity is growing in size too. I mean, nobody would be surprised to know that the internet gets bigger and faster every year. Along with that, we get bigger and faster DDoS attacks as well. Another big factor, though, is that criminals have found a way to monetize these attacks, these cyber attacks, whether it's through ransom, extortion, or using them as some kind of smokescreen to steal other data. That finance, follow the money, suggests that there are now very skilled teams whose business it is to attack people with DDoS in order to make a profit.
Now, with that being said, what are companies and what is Corero doing to actually mitigate and help other companies, avoid DDoS attacks?
Well, you can't avoid them, right? Because the attacker can decide to attack you without your permission, but you can be protected against the effects of the DDoS attack. So what we're seeing is corporations have decided to invest in DDoS protection, along with breach protection, ransomware protection, insider threat protection, all of the top cyber threat categories that they're aware of these days, so that if, unfortunately, they become the victim of a DDoS attacker, they're already prepared, and they can block these malicious packets from entering their network and therefore keep their services online.
Nice. So it's more of a whitelisting kind of idea as opposed to a machine learning?
Well, whitelisting would be something you would do to let the good guys in during an attack. But the attackers are very smart, so they can easily masquerade as good guys. They can make their traffic look like it's coming from Google. They can make their traffic look like it's coming from your normal customers. So you have to be much smarter than just simply whitelisting an IP address in order to block this kind of threat.
So what has Corero found to be the, I guess, I don't want to use the term silver bullet because we know how that works in the industry. What is Corero doing to actually help with this?
Well, you're a wise man not to suggest as a silver bullet. That line's been used before. But no, every year we try and get smarter. The kind of things the industry is doing in general, though, is looking to machine learning and artificial intelligence to help us, because as you know, there's a skill shortage in the cybersecurity space. But also we can take advantage of faster techniques, faster processors. In the case of Corero, we're very good at looking not just at the packet information header, but also looking inside the payload and using that to determine if this is a DDoS attack. When we've detected a potential attack, we're then able to use that information to craft a filter for the payload on the packets to let only the good guys through in real time. And that's what our customers come to Corero for in the majority of cases. It's that accurate, real-time, automatic protection.
Very nice. Well, out here at RSA, I'm sure you guys are crazy busy with everybody running around trying to figure out how can people get more information about you and Corero? How can they learn more about you?
Sure. Well, of course, we have a booth here, booth number 1915. You can stop by, see a demonstration, talk to our staff, and maybe even mingle with some of the people there who are finding more about what they can do in terms of protecting their networks, big or small, against the threat of DDoS.
Excellent. And the website for Corero?
www.corero.com.
Right on. Well, Ashley, it has been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for a minute of your time today.